Oh, let me start recording. Okay. So before we start, I want to make sure everything is all right. Okay. So your connection, your audio, video, everything is okay. Please let me know. Say yes. All right. Great. Great. All right. Let's go. Today will be very simple. Very simple meeting. Okay. International business. So spring break and come back. All right. So everyone's safe, right? Okay. Great. Oh, wanna share teamwork. Teamwork. Okay. So we gonna talk about some more topics, and you will focus on the simulations. So your teamwork is more and more important. Okay. So if you have some issues with your teammates, it is a big problem. Okay. In many cases, I cannot help you. It's a big problem. So please teamwork. Please contribute as much as you can in a team. Okay? Then recognize your contributions from your team members. And schedule. We gonna talk about three more topics. 7, 8, 12. 7, 8, 12. International entrepreneurship, technology. Okay, these topics are important because it reduces cost, increase productivizations. And this is the score. Okay? So your presentation two scores, your team scores. Okay? Team 1, 4.48, team 2, 4.44, team 3, 4.40, and team 4, 4.33, team 5, 4.48, team 6, 4.14. One more. Okay? All right. Then your distribution of your exam 2. So out of 37 questions, average is 35. Okay? More than 35. It's great. It's great. And standard deviation 1.46 is great too. I love this number 1.46. Okay? So your distribution is narrowly distributed and you do great. It's perfect. Okay. That means okay, for a better grade, for example, A, okay, this is so competitive. All right, so competitive. Okay, many students doing great. Okay, so for A, okay, for better grade is very competitive. Okay, so we will use okay, the relative evaluations, right? So some percentage of students will have A. So it is very competitive. I want to let you know. Okay. Any question, comment? All right, let's go. So warm keys, come back. So let's start with the warm keys. Please go ahead on Canvas. Okay. Canvas. Under the quiz. Now chapter 7 warm keys is available. Chapter 7 warm keys is available. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. Okay? So please go ahead. Start your warm keys as soon as you're ready. Okay, 10 minutes. me know. All right. Let's talk about international business. International business. And in this topic, we are going to talk about topics. The first one, just general sense of globalization, right? General sense of globalization. And second one is generic strategies. My connection is okay? Okay. All right. Generic strategies. So, in the framework of cost reduction and local adaptation, we are going to talk about 4 types of generic strategies and the mode of international business. Something like export and like a greenfield investment, something like that. Okay, that's it. 3 things. That's it. Okay. Number 1, increasing international exchange in goods and service can run into difficulty of having one offer that meets the needs of customers at different income levels. Yes, it's very true. Very true. Okay? It's very true. Right. Because there are multiple customer needs. Probably your textbook doesn't mention about this, but multiple customer needs, we are going to use several price discrimination strategy. Okay. So price discrimination strategy is a very simple. Okay. Very simple. Okay. In Africa countries, in the USA, okay, some medicines, okay, their prices are different, right? Okay. In the Africa countries, probably high price of medicine, they cannot afford it. So actually drug companies sell the drugs in the Africa countries at very low prices. In the USA, high prices. Okay? This is an example of price discrimination strategy. So your textbook doesn't mention about it, so I just want to point out this. Okay? So different customer needs in each country, in different countries. Okay? So you need to think about that. Okay. Number 2, multinational companies like GE take advantage of globalization to tap into talent around the world in order to build product. Yes, that's exactly true. Okay. I am an example of this. Okay. I was made in South Korea, right? Then exported to the USA. Then I'm teaching at Berry. Okay. So I am the example of actually global business. Okay. Number 3, demanding domestic consumers. Okay. Demanding domestic consumers tend to push firms to move ahead of companies in other countries where consumers are less demanding and more complacent. Okay, it's true too. It's true. Okay. Number 4, international expansion can extend the life cycle of a product that is in a maturity stage in the company home country. Yes, that's true too. All right. So we talked about 4 stages of product, right? Introduction and what? Growth and maturity and reduction. Okay. Then in the international business, in the globalization setting, okay, we can sell some out of date products in some other countries. Okay. This is an example of the extension of global product. Okay. Product life cycle. Okay. Number 5, in addition to responding to pressure to lower cost, managers must strive to be responsive to global pressure. These are local pressures, not global pressures. Okay? In order to tailor their products to the demand of the local market in which they do business, of course, right? Not global pressures. These are local pressures. So we use very similarly a framework. Okay? Reduce cost, increase product differentiation. We talked about this. In the globalization, in a national business setting, we talked about what? Reduce cost and increase local adaptations. local adaptations. So local adaptation is very similar with the product differentiations. Basically, these two are the same thing. Okay? All right. So local adaptations, that means higher, better product features. Okay. So if we apply this similarity, then done. Okay. Reduce cost, increase local adaptation. You have what competitive advantage in the international business setting. Okay. Number 6, as a pressure to lower cost increase, firms move toward selecting global and transnational strategies for competing in the global marketplace. Yes, that's true. That's true. We are going to talk about four types of strategy. Four types of strategy. It's international strategy, global strategy, multi-domestic strategy, and transnational strategy. Okay, the ultimate goal is a transnational strategy. Okay? We are going to talk about these four types of strategies. Number 7, corporations with multiple foreign operations that act very independently of one another are following a multi-domestic strategy. Yes, this is one of four types of strategy, multi-domestic strategy. Independently focus on what? Local adaptation. Local adaptation. Okay. So because you already read the textbook, okay, you had previous sense about these topics. So we are gonna just summarize what you read. Okay. Then we're done. Easy. Okay. And let's move. Any question, comment? Let's move. I told you today will be very simple. Okay. Right. International expansion, national advantage, some general sense of globalizations and motivations and risks, something like that. Oh, that point forward, cost reduction and local adaptation. Okay. If you understand this, cost reduction and local adaptation, you have a complete advantage. Done. Huh? Then, four types of generic strategies: international, global, multi-domestic, and transnational. And then the entry strategies, the modes of international strategy. Okay, so which strategy you're going to use? That's it. Okay? So we're going to talk about it. We are here, chapter 7. Okay, international strategy. Yes. Okay, today's class activity. Okay. It's an individual. So link all 9 dots using 4 straight lines or fewer, like 2 lines, whatever, without lifting the pen and without tracing the same line more than once. 9 dots. Please go ahead. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Five minutes. All right, great. We have multiple people. Okay, already solved this. Okay, I didn't handle it, but Michael, actually, Paul, Michaela. Okay, Madison. All right, great. Anybody? How did you solve this? Please let me know. Let us know how did you solve? How you solved? Handle it. Go ahead. Oversized error. Yeah. Anybody turn on your microphone and tell us how you solved it?
For mine, I did 3 diagonal lines that crossed all 9 dots.
Three lines.
Yeah, I did in 3, and so they just like go diagonal. Or how's that? Turn my
Okay.
camera.
Let's start from here. Aidan, okay? Aidan.
Yes. Yeah, so go like in the top left and go diagonal at a very like shallow slope. So it goes outside the box, but no, hold on, let me turn my
Not this.
uh hold on one second. See if I can get my camera working, I'll show you. I did like this.
Okay. Three lines. All right. Great. Okay. So Aidan, start from here. Start from here. Okay. Top of the dots. All right. Top of the dots. Then go to what? Middle and touch the bottom of dots. Then go, because it should be straight, then go top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, like this. 3 lines. Great, great, great. Right. So 3 lines we done. Okay. And 4 lines. Anybody 4 lines? 4 lines? Anybody? Okay, let me have 4 lines. Okay. Let's start from here. Okay. I'm gonna go all the points center of the dot. So go this way, straight lines, go, and second, go, third, and fourth. Right, handily is the same thing, right? Exactly the same thing. Okay. So again, 4 lines. Okay. I start from here, 1, all right? Then 2, 3, and 4. 4 lines, okay? 3 lines. So we have 3 lines, 4 lines. Okay? The lesson, from this example, this activity is really, really simple. Okay? It doesn't matter 3 lines, 4 lines. Okay? But anyway, any solution should have what? Outside the box. Okay? 1, 2, 3. So outside the box. Outside the box. We need outside the box to solve this. Okay? Right? 3 lines too. 3 lines too. 1, 2, 3. We need outlines. Outside the box. Okay? This is globalizations. Globalizations. Yes. There are a lot of discussions about benefits and disbenefits of globalizations. But globalizations, okay, many people are interested in globalization because they have what? Values. Values. Okay? Again, globalization, you can solve your issues, reduce cost, increase total differentiation at the same time. Okay, same time. So in your job, you're not seniors. You're gonna have future jobs. So in your jobs, think about that. If you have any issue, then you don't have any you know the hint, or you don't have any solution, then think about globally. Then it will help a lot. Okay? because you have internet. Internet. Then you can access a lot of information about the outside the USA. Then you will have many options to resolve your issues usually. Okay, so think about that globalization. All right, globalization. All right, let's move. Any question, comment? Probably 1-9. You have great, huge pen, and just from this, just go this way. Then 1-9 will be okay too. Okay, so globalization. Okay, many countries. You have your business in many countries. Okay, all right. And roles, rules, norms, values, ideas are growing more similar across countries. Yes, it's true, and also it's not true. Okay, it is getting similar, but in details, the differences are getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so probably you understand what I'm saying. This. Okay? In a national strategy, think about that India and China. Okay, India and China. Why we care about globalization? Because globalization gives a lot, huge markets too, Okay. Well, the population of China. Think about that. Population of China. Okay. How much is it? Uh, Population of China 1.8, probably 1.8. Yeah, 1.8. Okay. So when you think about some other foreign markets, okay, of course, Chinese median income is not great, okay, compared with the USA. But think about that, only 10% in high, okay, and okay, their income levels are much higher than that of USA. And also, they have great number of customers in this segment. Okay? That's why we cannot disregard this market. India too. Okay? India too. So that's why they gives big markets, and also they provide a lot of solutions for your business. Okay? For your business. Okay? For example, human capital. Okay? In the USA, the highly trained human capital is always in a demand. Okay? And these two countries, India, China, they provide a lot of highly trained human capital. Okay? So using this setting, you can reduce cost, okay? Increase product differentiations too. Okay? That's why we are crazy about international business. All right, Porter's model, Michael Porter's again. We talked about Porter's five forces, right? Five forces. This time, factors affecting a nation's competitiveness. Four factors. Factor endowment, demand conditions, related and supporting industries, firm strategy, structural rivalry. You just read your textbook, you can understand this. Okay? This time, each factor endowment, high, then nation's competitiveness, high too. Demand condition, high, competitiveness high, related industries high, and nations competitiveness high. So high, right? In the Michael Porter's five factors model, it's a low and high. It was different, but this time high. All right, that's only difference. Then you can understand this. I'm not gonna talk about this. Each factors. You just read the textbook and you can understand this. International expansion, motivations, economies of scale, product life cycle. We talked about it in the woman case. And then risk. There are several types of risk because this is not my country. I don't know well about this country. But these days, destruction of property, intellectual property. Probably you know this, right? Copycats in China. Okay, actually, many USA corporations actually were suffering from this. Right? So destruction of property, okay, intellectual, okay? And multinational. Oh, this one. In some countries, you cannot trust their numbers. When you have some business with China, right? Especially China, right? Because you will have many chances to have a business with Chinese. Okay. Usually in the USA, if your partners provide some numbers, yeah, we tend to trust these numbers. But the international business, you cannot do that. You shouldn't do that. Okay. If they provide your numbers, some numbers, then how do I say this? How do I say it? The credibility of the numbers. Okay, so if you have a good partners in the USA, your credibility, assume that like a 8 or 9, right, out of 10. Then, if in a national setting, okay, in a national setting, the credibility of numbers, it should be 3 or 4. Okay, 3 or 4. Right? That means you need to recheck that. All right? Okay, recheck that. Okay. Always. I recommend always. So credibility is very low, so you need to recheck all the numbers. Okay. Sometimes it's not totally lying, but it is like twisted, tweaked, or whatever. Okay. They have a lot of techniques to do. So do not trust accounting numbers in China yet. In India too, in many countries. Okay. Then I want to talk about this, not this. Cost reduction and adaptation to local markets. Okay? So cost reduction, local adaptation, then you have competitive advantage. Okay? We have this. Okay? 2 by 2 boxes. Pressure to low cost and pressure for local adoption. Okay? So international strategy and low. Okay? So local adoption you don't need to. Lower cost you don't need to. Then international strategy simply just you make your product and ship it internationally, export it. Okay? This is international strategy. Okay? And if you have very high local adoption pressure. Okay? That means you need to meet many different customers' needs. Then this is a multi-domestic strategy. Focus on local adoption. And cost reduction. If you focus on cost reduction, then it is a global strategy. Okay? Global strategy. Now, local adoption. So cost reduction, you focus on what? Your cost rather than product differentiation. Local adoption is a global strategy. And multi-domestic strategy is different. Focus on local adoption. If you achieve this simultaneously, so you can just reduce cost, increase local adoption. This is a transformational strategy. Okay? Transformational strategy. So usually when business start from here, okay, and go this way or go this way. Okay? This way or this way. So ultimate goal is a transformational strategy. Okay. So this is international strategy. 2 by 2 boxes and 4 generic strategies. You should remember this. Okay. That I'm not gonna talk about each strategy. Your textbook is great. Okay. So you can just read it and you can understand this. Okay. Then the entry modes of international strategy. Exporting, licensing, franchising, trade alliances, joint ventures, wholly owned subsidy, actually greenfield investment. We say greenfield investment sometimes. So yes, this is it. This is a degree of ownership and control. Okay, so ownership and control means you can control this, and investment and risk. This is a risk. So control and risk. Control low, risk low. It is exporting. The simplest way to have international business. Okay, you make a product and just send by UPS. Okay, exporting. This is low and low. So control low, ownership low, and risk low too. Okay, and licensing. You know this. You can use a technology or franchise anything. Okay, then you can use some resources from your partners. Okay, so this is low, but your ownership or control is low too. Okay, and strategic alliances make a friends, okay? And cooperate and strategic alliances, joint ventures, ownership, 50% ownership, okay? 50% ownership. This is joint ventures. Okay? So, because joint ventures, your ownership is high. Yes, because you have 50% of ownership. Okay? And also, risk is high too, okay? Because you are the owner. Right? And wholly owned subsidiary, greenfield investment, this is a 100% your ownership. You invest in foreign countries directly. Right? This is wholly owned subsidiary. So think about joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary. You are the owner of the business. Okay? So it is a problematic to have high risk. Okay? But in some countries, you have to do with this, like joint ventures and wholly owned subsidiary, because of the regulations. Okay? Right? Some countries actually have the law that foreign investors, like if we invest in China, actually Chinese government asks us to have a partner in China. Okay? We cannot go have a business with our partner, Chinese partners. It is a tragedy. Okay, it's not allowed in the law. Okay? So that's why sometimes we need this ownership. Okay, corporations. Okay. All right, this is the attributes of international strategy, and that's it. Okay. So today, please, this attributes and notice. You know what I'm looking for, right? This, right? This 2x2 generic strategies and anti-moves, and you should remember this. Then, international strategy, done. Okay. Any question, comments? I told you it would be a simple meeting today. All right. So no question, no comment. So everything's clear. Okay. So you are ready to go? Then please say yes. No question, no concern. Okay. Then I will see you on Wednesday. Okay. So Wednesday, I'm gonna see you again. Okay. Chapter 8. We're gonna talk about entrepreneurial strategy. Okay. I'm gonna see you on Wednesday. Great. Okay. Today is great. And wake up, everyone. Spring break is done.